People may soon have the opportunity to buy common stock in addition to their mocha from Dutch Bros Incorporated. The Northwest coffee chain announced it has filed a registration statement with the Securities and Exchange Commission. You may be wondering, what is Dutch Bros Coffee? But the real question is, did you invest in Oregon-based Dutch Bros Coffee? Luckily for you, Fortune Fastlaner, in today's video we will be talking about the Oregon-based Dutch Bros Coffee IPO. We heard that they are now proposing an initial public offering of shares of its common stock. So what are we waiting for? Let's start this video. In the United States, Dutch Bros Coffee is a publicly traded drive-thru coffee chain. It is headquartered in Grants Pass, Oregon, and has expanded through the western United States through company-owned and franchise locations. Dane and Travis Boersma, brothers of Dutch ancestry, founded a company in Grants Pass, Oregon on February 12, 1992. The two brothers came up with the idea to sell coffee while working on their family's dairy farm. They began selling coffee from push carts around town, and by 2018 had expanded to over 300 locations in 7 western states, the majority of which were drive-through with a few walk-ins. Beginning 2020, the company expanded into the southern United States with locations in Oklahoma and Texas. It had 370 locations at the end of 2019 and 471 by summer of 2021. The coffee chain offers a selection of coffees, caffeinated beverages, and other beverages such as hot tea, iced tea, energy drinks, smoothies, hot cocoa, soda, and lemonade, as well as a not-so-secret menu. Travis was a guest star on the 2013 season of the American television show Undercover Boss. In 2017, the company was named to Forbes' Small Giants, America's Best Small Business list. The company's motto is "One cup at a time, make a difference." Dutch Bros hosts an annual Drink One for Dane fundraiser to benefit the Muscular Dystrophy Association in memory of co-founder Dane Boersma, who passed away in 2009 at the age of 55 from ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease. Growth stocks continue to struggle as the market corrects. As we wait for the stock market indexes to turn around, impressive sales growth has coffee chain Dutch Bros percolating. As it tests a key moving average, Bros stock looks to serve up a new base after launching its IPO in September 2021. After years of rapid growth, Dutch Bros has filed for an initial public offering. It could be Oregon's first major IPO since 2004. According to one of our mentors, the chain was hoping for a $3 billion market value from a potential stock offering. This could make it the largest IPO in Oregon's history. It has a total workforce of about 13,000 people. In 2018, Dutch Bros announced that it had sold an undisclosed portion of the company to TSG Consumer Products, a private equity firm. Dutch Bros said at that time that it had hoped to expand to 800 locations in 5 years using TSG's expertise and resources. The company filed for its IPO on a confidential basis, indicating that it has begun the regulatory process of going public but is not yet ready to disclose financial results and other corporate information that public companies are required to release. Despite the fact that Oregon's population and income have grown rapidly in recent years, the state has not produced any large homegrown businesses in decades. The state lacks the concentration of investment funds and research universities found in the Bay Area and Seattle, which has spawned successive generations of businesses. Instead, Oregon has evolved into a low-cost outpost for large corporations headquartered elsewhere. Intel, Amazon, and other companies have significantly increased their workforces in Oregon, while older Oregon companies such as Mentor Graphics and FEI Co. have sold to larger companies elsewhere. Cascade Microtech and McCormick & Schmick's were the state's last major IPOs, which took place 17 years ago. Cascade Microtech was sold in 2016, after McCormick's & Schmick's was sold in 2011. Ericsson Air Crane, Laird Superfood, and electric vehicle manufacturer Akrimoto are among the small Oregon companies that have sold stock to the public in recent years with mixed results. ESS Tech, a Wilsonville battery company, plans to go public in September by merging with an investment fund in a $1.1 billion deal. In Clark County, laser manufacturer Enlight went public in 2018, and Vancouver marketing data company Zoom Info raised over $900 million in the previous year. Puppet, a Portland software company, has hinted at an IPO this year, and Vacasa, a vacation rental management company, has also hinted in an IPO as well. Dutch Bros is experiencing significant sales growth. Dutch Bros began with a single double-head espresso machine and grew to 538 locations across 12 states by the end of last year. The number of company-owned stores and franchise locations is nearly equal. Dutch Bros has grown its annual sales by 45% on average over the last 3 years. Earnings growth has averaged 65% over the same time period. While revenue growth has been strong and consistent, EPS growth has slowed in recent quarters. After quarterly gains of 900%, 400%, and 75% from the first quarter to the third quarter 2021, earnings fell 50% when the company reported the fourth quarter 2021 results on March 1. The release date for Dutch Bros' first quarter 2022 report has yet to be announced. This year's EPS growth is expected to be 10% according to analysts. Bros stock is owned by 26 funds with an A+ rating from IBD, despite the fact that Dutch Bros did not make the latest list of new buys by the best mutual funds. Other signs of institutional demand include rising fund ownership over the last 2 quarters and a B- accumulation or distribution rating. Dutch Bros has earned a spot on the IBD leaderboard watch list as one of the top IPOs to keep an eye on. Bros stock is developing a new setup. After going public, Dutch Bros jumped out to a nice gain, then quickly retreated as many IPOs do. The 50-day moving average is now acting as a resistance for the Bros stock. Following a breakout from a 62.10 buy point in its IPO base, Dutch Bros broke down. With the market in a downturn and Bros stock attempting to form a new chart pattern, it's best to keep your cacao powder dry and wait for a good buy point to form. However, as sales continue to rise and more people hit the road and drive-through coffee shops, Dutch Bros stand to benefit and expand. Dutch Bros Coffee Executive Chairman Travis Boersma, wearing a Rage Against the Machine t-shirt, rang the bell for his company's initial public offering on the New York Stock Exchange last week, making the former dairy farmer a billionaire. According to one of our mentors, the IPO raised $484 million, making Boersma's 41% stake in Bros worth $2.3 billion. According to the prospectus, Boersma is the company's large shareholder, holding 71.4 million Class A and B shares. According to Forbes, TSG Consumer Partners, which bought a minority stake in Dutch Bros in 2018, is the company's second largest shareholder, with a 31% stake worth nearly $1.9 billion. On the first day of trading, Bros shares closed at $36.92 per share. This was a 61% increase over the $23 opening price. On September 21, the price reached $54.36 in the middle of the day, up to $50.92 at the previous close. According to its prospectus, Dutch Bros reported $5.7 million in net income, $69.8 million in adjusted gross income, and $327.4 million in revenue in 2020. Dutch Bros reported $114 million in revenue in the second quarter of 2021, up 51% from the same quarter last year. In the third quarter, net income was $2.92 million, up 10.67% from the previous year. The Grants Pass, Oregon-based company, sells coffee and Dutch Bros Blue Rebel energy drinks in drive-thru only locations. There were 264 franchise shops and 207 company-owned units in 11 western states as of June 30, 2021. In 2022, average unit volumes were $1.7 million, and same-store sales increased by 2% through COVID-19. The impact of the pandemic was mentioned in Dutch Bros' S1 filing. In keeping with our people's first culture, We also supported our employees by offering an additional $3 per hour in thank you pay, as well as paid COVID-related leave, the company said, resulting in $8.3 million in pandemic-related costs. Wildfires swept through the West Coast in September 2020, burning communities, affecting air quality, and forcing shops to reduce staff and in some cases close entirely until air quality improved. According to the report, in a time of crisis, our drive-thru operating model proved resilient by providing our customers with a safe and convenient way to visit, buy a beverage, and make a personal human connection, said the prospectus. You may be wondering, who is the CEO of the Oregon-based Dutch Bros Coffee? Travis Boersma is the co-founder and executive chairman of Dutch Bros. He is 51 years old and his source of wealth is self-made coffee. He lives in Grants Pass, Oregon and is a United States citizen. He graduated from Southern Oregon University with a bachelor's degree in arts and science. In September 2021, Boersma took Dutch Bros public on the New York Stock Exchange, where he owns about 40% of the stock. The company is known for its eccentric culture and the baristas referred to as broistas and drinks like the Hot Annihilator. How did the CEO of Dutch Bros share his success story with the Nampa Chamber of Commerce? The Nampa Chamber of Commerce held its annual Evening of Excellence, which drew 400 people. The chamber is celebrating its 125th anniversary this year. The guest speaker was Travis Boersma, CEO and co-founder of Dutch Bros Coffee. With a double-head espresso machine, a pushcart, and experimental brews, Boersma founded Dutch Bros 25 years ago in Grants Pass, Oregon with his brother Dane. The company now operates in 260 locations across 7 states, including Idaho. Boersma was approached by Steve Weston, the Nampa Chamber of Commerce Director of Sales and Membership, to see if he'd be interested in speaking at the gala. When Weston and Boersma lived in the Grants Pass area, they knew each other. The goal, according to Debbie Kling, director of Nampa Chamber of Commerce, was to host an inspiring business speaker. With a chuckle, the co-founder and CEO of Dutch Bros Coffee began his keynote speech wearing a backwards ball cap, blue jeans, and a t-shirt. Boersma was not particularly well dressed for the occasion. Steve contacted him a few months ago and asked if he would speak at the chamber, and he said, "No problem, man. He's thinking about having a simple lunch." Boersma talked about his legacy. Dutch Bros Coffee began with dreams, goals, and a book just like any other company. The book, The Unlimited Power Within, by prominent business leader Anthony Tony Robbins, inspired Boersma brother Dane. The brothers worked on goal-setting exercises together. People in business, according to Boersma, talk about vision. They discuss strategy and planning. We discussed the concept of community, but he had assumed that having a vision meant knowing every step of the way to where you wanted to go. And the truth was that it was creating destinations, targets, and goals that were the final results, the outcomes. But there were difficulties. The first shop was destroyed by a devastating fire. ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease, has been diagnosed in Dane Boersma. The truth was that God had a plan, Boersma explained. Travis Boersma visited his brother in the hospital before Dane Boersma died, and Dane encouraged Travis to attend some of Tony Robbins' seminars. Boersma shared business success tips, including Tony Robbins' Ultimate Success Formula. The Ultimate Success Formula is to know what you want to achieve. To get it, you must take massive action. And check to see if the action you're taking is effective, and if it isn't, make changes until it is. Boersma talked about how he trains his employees, saying that his secret is to encourage them to be genuine and care about their customers, always greeting them with a smile and asking about their lives. Boersma explained, "We weren't in the beverage business. We were in the business of building relationships, and the end result was love." Boersma ended his speech by sharing his mission statement. "My life's purpose is to enjoy the journey, to maximize the moment, to be a loving, passionate, inspirational leader, to defy the odds, to be a force for God and a force for good. And if I can meet the man I am when I die someday, I will consider my life to have been a success. Because I don't want to meet the man I could have been only to have it be a fleeting encounter." A standing ovation was given to Boersma. His message is well received by the public. It's all about loving people and building relationships in business and in life. That is our community's takeaway. That's it for this video, Fortune Fastlaner. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person, as a token of your appreciation for the hard work we put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you'll start to see results. See you on the next one.